Hi, Roses. Hi, Red. This is Roses Are Red, the Psychic Word. I do have a little bit of noise in the background, but I feel like this message is important to get out. So, there's something here about somebody possibly leaning into their work, and there's like a warning or something about what you're doing that is like it's gonna lead to basically exactly what you want. And there's like, are you sure that you want this? Like, I feel like it is. And so here's how the message is coming, like, and I hope you can hear me. But the message is coming like you're about to break through so many roadblocks and so many obstacles, and you're about to really see exactly what you've been manifesting. You're about to really see it in your hands, exactly what you want. It's just about to appear. And it could be a child for some people. Like, are you really ready for the responsibilities of a child? But I feel like whoever this is, you know exactly what it takes, and you're ready. Because I'm seeing gold. Gold is popping up various times. There's also some issues here about worship and money. And something about, like, are you ready for that? Because it's like, maybe there's a warning here to not take your attention away from God, like, in spite of your ability to like people and like other things. It's really important that you keep your main attraction focus on God, regardless of whether that leads to riches or poverty. Like, I feel like whoever this is, like, you're not afraid to follow God. And yeah, because I'm seeing this Peter being hung upside down like Christ. And then we have this Roman, is this a Roman god? Michelangelo, a statue of Michelangelo, just looking very handsome. And it's like, it's just two different ends of the spectrum when it comes to this walk of faith. Like, you could feel like you're the center of everyone's attention and people just love you so much for doing practically nothing. Or you can feel like, that negative energy and attention, people want to crucify you for just being yourself. And yeah. Okay. Yeah, so the energy here is to keep going. Keep going. If you say you love money, some of y'all might have actually said the words, I worship money, I'm ready to worship money, or just like put my mind so focused on money and manifesting money, ability that to have whatever you put your mind to. Is like, keep Christ as the center. Keep his cross in the center of your head. Like, anoint your head with oil or whatever it is, because you're about to get everything you're wishing. You're about to be surrounded by money, cash, gold, diamonds, whatever it is that you see in your mind is going to appear, because that's how powerful your mind is, your brain, and your ability to manifest. But it could be overwhelming, or whatever the case may be. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's everything you ever wanted, and there's no bad side to it. But it is nice to have God by your side all the time. Like, why not have it all? Why not have the love that comes from Jesus dying for you and his blood covering you and protecting you from all sorts of things that have nothing to do with poverty or being in lack? It could come from being in abundance. Like, okay, so I'm also getting an energy like, there's some people who have jumped off of bridges or done really harmful things to themselves, like getting hooked on drugs and all sorts of things, because they were so overwhelmed. Like, they just keep getting what they want, and somebody's being told to contain yourself, like your energy and your emotions. You have Knight of Feathers. At once he began to preach in the synagogues that Jesus is the Son of God. Okay, Paul the Apostle. And Paul wrote most of the Bible. So something really special about Paul. And then you have Peter here. They both had really horrible deaths following Christ. And I just talked about someone harming themselves in some way. So watch out for that. Just remember that God died for you, so you don't have to. No matter where your situation seems to want to go, if it's a horrible ending, let God do that for you. Let him replace whatever you feel like you deserve. This is talking to somebody, but it's not meant for everybody. Seven of Feathers. Like somebody could feel really guilty about something. Like you could feel like you stole something. Like you don't deserve this, but you do. If you want it, then it's yours. Because I feel like you're coming into a large amount of cash, okay? Like hundreds of millions is coming towards you. And it's just going to be like, just like that, like all of your problems are gone. And you never have to think about a problem again. You can pay for anything you want. And some people, it's like, that just feels so cheesy and tacky. But that's just your new life. Feelings of guilt linger around because they can turn into something really toxic and make you either blow your money on things you don't want, like whores and strippers, etc., drugs, alcohol, maybe get into really dangerous situations. But when you have the love of God in your heart, your money can just sit in the bank and grow, and every now and then you do something fun or you sign up for Netflix. It doesn't really have to be all, showy and fleshy. Then you have Ace of Feathers, Saul's conversion. So you have Paul and Saul here. That's the same person. So Paul was Saul, and then he turned into Paul. He changed his name. He was someone who used to actually go out and crucify Christians. He fell to the ground and heard a voice say to him, Saul, Saul, why do you persecute me? So he used to actually persecute people who were following God, and then he turned into the one who follows God. 12 and 1 could be significant, like 12 being a number of completion and 1 being a number of starting. 10 is also a number of completion, but there's something important here about you converting from being in this like-minded state to being in a very wealthy and positive state and still being the same person. Like not feeling like you have to do a double over. Like you don't have to act or play or scheme like you're somebody else. Beginning, believing, protected, the dreamer. So this is something you're dreaming about. Maybe you're thinking about all the things that could come from having everything you want, like being prepared to have everything you want. And like, what's the worst case scenario? God covers all of the worst case scenarios for you on the cross. That's his salvation really does just pop up like that every time you feel like you have to do something you don't want to do, or you're being punished in some way. Even if you feel like you deserve this punishment, God is taking it for you. It is unfair, and for some people it's too much to handle, but you're not meant to handle it. That's God's love. Okay. Then you have 6 of Earth, charity, generosity of windfall. So maybe for some people, it's meant for you to donate or create some type of charity or organization or nonprofit organization where you help out people. I'm hearing it's something about mental health, like, or it could be even something financially, like helping people manage their finances or invest in properties or something like that so they don't feel so overwhelmed. That's for some people. You have ego here, illusion, dependency, materialism. And also 7 of Feathers here is about Jacob stealing Esau's wealth. And then he had the burden of being the child of, well, Jacob became Israel. His new name is Israel. But he had a burden of being Israel. There's something important about that because this is the devil card. And what Jacob did is undeniably cruel. But he was really stressed out about that. And it's like almost like he was cursed forever. Like it's just like a burden he has to carry that he feels like, well, he did steal this blessing from Esau. Whereas Esau just went about his life very humble and happy and grateful, and he has his wife and his cattle and his land, and whatever people became from the children of Esau, they're very blessed. They don't get this negation, and most likely they're very wealthy in some way. But with this energy is like, you're gonna come into such wealth, it may even feel like you might have taken it from someone else, And there's this burden here. Like, in order to relieve yourself of this guilt, maybe for some people you're going to be donating your life almost to this cause, because maybe you feel like in order to come on it, you had to step on some people's necks. Then you have Knight of Air, intellectual, determined, motivated. Like, maybe you feel like you had to really cross some people over to get where you are. Like, you might have had to leave some people behind, and it was worth it, and you do it again, but you still feel like you got to do something to make up for this energy. And I feel like the message is to know that you are forgiven for whatever you did. It does not matter what you did, you are forgiven. And secondly, if you choose to donate, do it because you want to, and you just get joy from it, not because you feel guilty and you feel like you have to, because that's a curse. Okay, everybody will be fine. God will make a way for everybody in due time. So don't feel like you have to be anyone's savior, because God is Christ. He's the only savior. Okay, and you're saved. So accept this money, accept this blessing that you worked hard for and that you're receiving, and put yourself in a receiving mode, because it's yours. Your idea is divinely guided. You have successful funding. Your idea is divinely guided and supported by the same infinite wisdom of God that gave the idea. Do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into a reality. Crowdfunding, partnerships, and other investments are available to you. For some people, and I apologize for that noise again because I know it's got to be loud, but for some people, you could be receiving funding right now. You could be receiving charity. Some of y'all could be on welfare or getting some type of benefits. Don't feel guilty about that. It's there for a reason. Money is money. Money is a blessing. For some of y'all, maybe you rejected funding and you had to struggle to get where you're at, or maybe you lied on a resume, or maybe you lied to get benefits or something. Whatever the case is, you're forgiving and you did what you had to do to get where you are. Everybody has a story. Nobody is perfect. So just feel that you are forgiven and you have a clean slate. Where you are now is where you're meant to be. And whatever you choose to do with this blessing is starting from ground zero, not based on any previous grievances that you have to make up for. Okay, let's pull one more card from Christ. Some words from Christ. Yeah, your seat is divinely protected and no one can steal your place, even if you might have stole someone else's place. It is what it is. Everything's meant to be. Jacob, at the end of the day, was meant to do what he did. Knock and it shall be open unto you. So you knocked and the door was open. That home is yours now. Whoever let you in, they gave you a place in their heart, and just as money for some, abundance let you in, wealth let you in. Some people feel like they slip through the cracks and they don't deserve it, but you definitely do, and it's yours. So that's the energy that I get from this. It's still a lot to sit on, but I hope that it helped out for somebody. Let me know in the comments if it helped. Like and subscribe if you want to see more of this content. You can also join my members only to get this content in advance, and also book a personal reading with me. I do look forward to speaking with you personally. I just recently opened that, so break me in. I'm really looking forward to that, and I'll see you in the next one.